porque es que está... ¿Cómo se dice? Está la misión nueva, ¿vale? La misión legendaria nueva y tal. Recogemos. Y está la misión del desierto, ¿vale? La misión del desierto quiero hacerla por mi cuenta, ¿vale? Porque es una misión tremendamente larga y la he estado ya grabando. Creo que me robaste un almacén. ¿Salió el almacén? Sí, salió. Ha salido. Ha salido. Un poco doble también. ¡Uy! Paimon, no tengo ni idea de qué coño has preguntado porque has quitado el subtítulo como a los 2 segundos y con el... Pues no me entero una mierda, pero bueno, que sí, vamos a preguntarle al almacén, ¿por qué no? ¿Dónde estás? Por aquí, vamos para allá. Saca su arma, Dios mío, no. Apenas quiero al alhacén, menos su arma. Dios mío, no, 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 no. Cero. Uy. ¿Qué es eso? ¿Cómo va la tesis? Un momento, ¿qué es eso? El ruido. Escucho un ruido raro, ¿qué cojones? Qué susto. Qué miedo. Bueno. Estos NPCs son nuevos.
A few days ago, I was worried that I'd have to stop my work on it. Thankfully, that didn't come to pass.
Well, Azar was one of your thesis advisors. Honestly, I was afraid that you might have gotten dragged down as well. How did things get settled?
The newly appointed acting Grand Sage reviewed all of our projects and gave us permission to continue our research.
Ah, en chat abandonado, vale. O sea, en TikTok, vale, chachi.
That sounds like a new thing.
Yeah, I heard that selecting new sages has been taking some time, so he's just filling in. But it's all thanks to him that our research results weren't jeopardized. Once my paper is published, I'm definitely giving myself a long vacation and getting some much-needed rest. Mondstadt sounds like a good idea.
They're really out of their minds, making Alhacén the acting Grand Sage.
Take it easy, Professor.
Está como un poco dividida aquí la cosa como con el colega Alhacén, ¿no? O sea, está como...
You're one of our most preeminent scholars. I don't know why they picked a stripling like him.
Fool! Do you think I'm angry because I wasn't chosen for the position? No! It's because I don't understand why they chose him! He was one of my students, but he rarely attended class. When I asked him about it, he retorted that self...
¿No va porque es la primera vez que salen o porque el color de cabello es nuevo? Las dos, supongo. Es nueva, ¿no? La NPC esa.
Professor, don't get so worked up. I'll go get you some water.
Psst.
Pero de eso no se trata de ser un NPC nuevo, tener un color de pelo diferente. Perdón.
Who is it?
Someone named Alhacén. Never met him myself, but he's a real hot topic right now. Lots of things being said about him. Hard to tell what's true and what isn't, though.
Sí, todo el mundo habla de Alhacén.
Scholar who's been in the spotlight recently. They say that he's a likely pick to be one of the next sages.
Oh, is he teaching any courses? Maybe we should drop by.
Wow, news of Alhacén being the acting Grand Sage sure spread fast. Some people don't know who he is, though. Guess he's less famous than Paimon thought. Some people say good things and
Estaba escuchando que
others
menos famoso que Paimon.
especially that old guy just now. He really doesn't like Alhacén.
El GeForce Now se está caído en Genshin. A ver, con la nueva versión me imagino que todos los que estuviesen en el GeForce Now estarían intentando entrar, ¿no?
Are you okay? You don't look too good.
The Matra.
The Matra?
Los Matra.
I'm Ilias. I have to talk to a Matra about something important.
Está un poquillo drogado este hombre, ¿no? A ver, que supongo que entra...
You shouldn't push yourself.
Entra en línea con el resto, ¿no?
Tell us what happened and we'll pass on your message to Amatra.
No, I have to tell them myself. They are the only ones I could trust. Sorry.
A ver, tengo
can you
contactos.
lend me your arm? This is an important matter. Failure is not an option.
No, un poco contradictorio que digas que tienes que decírselo tú mismo y al mismo tiempo me pidas ayuda a mí, un desconocido, por completo. Ilusiones entre la multitud. No sé muy bien de qué va el rollo este, pero bueno, es que siempre nos mandan a hacer algo completamente diferente a la intención inicial.
Oh, wait, Sino should be back at the academia. Let's go find him.
Estamos al lado. ¿Cuántos arcontes tienes en la cuenta? Tengo a Shogun 20 y Zhongli. Me falta Nagida. O sea, TD4 está bien, ¿no? Se hace lo que se puede.
Hey there. Excuse us, but is Sino at the academia?
You two look familiar. Are you friends of Mahamatra Sino? I'm afraid he's out on a mission right now. But if you'd like, I can pass whatever message you might have on to him.
We ran into this guy by the gates, and he seems really eager to speak with Amatra. It sounds like something urgent.
Oh? If you don't mind, why don't you tell me about it first?
Está muy triste este hombre, ¿no?
Siraj. That name sounds familiar. Isn't he a Vahumana researcher?
Vahumana researcher?
Yes, one of their most renowned, in fact. I hear he's as daring as he is intelligent. There are rumors he'll become Vahumana's next sage. But please continue, good sir. What about Siraj?
I want to report him for conducting a dangerous experiment. He kidnapped me, tied me up, and took me to that horrible cave. Experimental equipment everywhere. I ran as fast as I could, a little slower, and he would have caught me.
There's no rush. Please, take your time. What kind of experiments was he conducting? Where is this cave?
Vamos a volver a hablar del tema de las... de esto de conocimiento, las cápsulas estas chulas.
All I remember is Siraj walking towards me, and then my head started feeling weird. It's like a nightmare that I can't recall. I just know that that place is dangerous, and that they must be stopped.
Oh, no.
I heard they conduct business in the tavern. We have to hurry.
Even if what you say is... All right. I'll have some of my colleagues look into Siraj. But before that, I would like to administer the Matra lie detector test.
You think I'm lying?
Please don't take it the wrong way. This is just standard protocol. Sorry, but can you two wait out here a little while? We'll be back soon.
No entiendo muy bien qué está pasando, no voy a engañar.
Huh? Alhacén?
Let me bring you up to speed.
Me quedó claro los 20
First, Ilyas passed the lie detector
No.
test. This indicates that what he said is highly credible. As such, we've decided to launch an investigation based on the leads he provided. Per protocol, this matter was reported to Acting Grand Sage Alhacén. After hearing about it, he left a message for Mahamatra Sino and then asked to join the investigation.
Huh. It's kind of weird for you to be working with the Matra. Is there a special reason?
Se aburre.
You're overthinking things. My interest was piqued is all.
Se aburre.
Really? I'm surprised you have this much free time.
Se aburre.
In that case, let's join in as well, shall we, traveler?
Yo apuesto que es que se aburre, ¿vale?
Call for Acting Grand Sage Alhacén to participate in this investigation. As for you two, oh, never mind. After all, you were the ones who brought Ilyas here. I'll allow you to accompany us, but you have to promise to keep everything confidential.
Don't you worry. Our lips are sealed.
All right, in that case, I'll fill you in on what we know so far. Ilyas claimed that Siraj will be conducting some business with a Kasharawar researcher at the tavern. This is one of his few clear memories. It seems he stumbled upon this information while escaping. Incidentally, Siraj isn't at the academia right now.
Estoy teniendo la sensación de que de ahora en adelante ninguna de las misiones de los personajes van a tratar sobre los personajes en ningún momento,
So
¿verdad?
we've decided to head to the tavern and investigate any suspicious persons.
That's right. Arav, prepare to head out. You two, do as you will.
Oh, come on! We already said that we're coming!
Ya esa forma de hablarme, colega. Somos ya súper hermanicos, ¿no? Lo que sea. Después de todo, ya tendrías que tratarme como tu padre o cualquier mierda. Se me hace un poco coñazo hacer las misiones estas porque últimamente son solo... Bueno, tratan más sobre personajes secundarios o sobre tramas secundarias que sobre el personaje en cuestión. No sé si trata de que, no sé, no hacen los personajes con suficiente trasfondo o con suficiente... es que no quiero decir lore, ¿vale? Porque el lore lo acaban teniendo igual. Sino con suficiente interés como para que eso puedan hacer la historia sobre ellos. Y acaben derivando a hacer la historia sobre algún NPC random, algún arma o alguna mierda. Y todo acabe en que de forma secundaria aprendemos sobre el personaje.
Acting Grand Sage Alhacén.
Looks like you haven't read any memos lately. The new Academia decree clearly states that even a sage doesn't have the authority to interfere with the Matra's actions during an ongoing investigation. If your superior were here,
Pedro Dragón, responde esta tu pregunta.
instead he'd be telling me to stay out of the way.
You're right. Understood. Then please wait here as we lock down the perimeter and search for suspicious persons. Ilyas, please stay here. Acting Grand Sage Alhacén, I'll have to trouble you with the protection of our primary witness.
Sure, though I'd rather he just protect himself.
No pidas imposibles tampoco, que está drogado el pobre.
You're the same as ever, casually ignoring people just like you did back at Aru Village.
Answering a simplistic question only enables the questioner. Besides, I need him to understand my position clearly.
¿A qué te refieres?
Arav has just as many doubts about my coming along as you do. But unlike you two, he's making this matter more complicated than it is, with his considerations like the acting Grand Sage is trying to seize the Matra's powers. That question
Y no lo intenta. A ver, es que me molesta porque este hombre sí que tiene cosas ocultas que... O sea, rollo, intereses ocultos, ¿vale?
I hope that our exchange will assure him that I won't interfere with their work this time.
Why is this so complicated?
This is why I was against
La
becoming
vida,
the acting
supongo.
Grand Sage from the very first. Titles and rank inevitably make a lot of things more troublesome than usual.
Excuse me, acting Grand Sage Alhacén. I've had a question on my mind, and I need to know the answer no matter what. Have we met before?
No, I have no recollection of ever meeting you.
No.
Haha, I thought so too. I probably wouldn't have had anything to do with someone of your caliber.
Then why did you ask?
Well,
Yo qué sé, ¿se parece a alguien que conoces o algo?
sense of familiarity when I met you for the first time.
Really?
¿Es tu primo o algo?
Perception, perhaps. Or...
Acting Grand Sage Alhacén, we've apprehended a suspect.
Siraj?
Se ha tomado una cápsula
Sharawa researcher who has dealings with him.
procedente de
His name's
Alhacén.
Narendra.
Ya veréis. Por eso tiene la sensación de que le conoce, porque tiene su conocimiento. Ya veréis.
Acting Sage Alhacén. Wait, can someone please explain what's going on? I admit that I did steal some mechanical components from the lab and sell them, but does something like that really warrant the personal interest of the acting Grand Sage?
Vale, un spoiler si habéis cometido algún delito, ¿vale? En el momento en el que viene la policía a hablar con vosotros, sin haberos preguntado nada, en el momento en el que la veis, no empecéis a delataros vosotros mismos, ¿vale? No empecéis a decir, a ver, he robado un par de millones de euros, pero eso tampoco es para tanto, no empecéis así. O sea, usted le pregunta, ¿usted qué ha venido a hacer aquí? ¿Qué es lo que necesita? ¿Se me acusa de algo? ¿Vale? Empezad con cosas más... No tan delatantes como literalmente admitir que has robado no sé qué, ¿vale? O sea, solo un consejillo, no robéis nada, ¿vale? O sea, mi consejo general es no robéis nada. Pero en el caso de que lo hayáis hecho, ¿vale? Esta es una mala forma de conducir la interrogación, ¿vale?
What have I got myself into? I know I let greed get the best of me, but please, I promise that this won't ever happen again.
I would
No
like to
robéis.
ask him a few questions.
Debería haber dejado eso un pelín más claro. No robéis.
Do you know Siraj?
Yeah, that's the name of my buyer. He asked to make the transaction at the tavern, but he never showed up.
What were the details of this transaction?
He's doing some kind of experiment that seems to require many power generators and electrical components that can only be found in our project. He contacted me in private and said that he'd pay a large sum of Mora if I was willing to put some aside for him, under the pretense of them being defective parts. We had originally agreed to meet at the tavern earlier today to do the trade. I sure didn't expect to get stood up, or run into you all.
Perhaps Siraj was aware that Ilyas might leak information, so he intentionally didn't show up. Whatever the case, it seems that this lead ends here. The good news is, regardless
Yo
of what
todo lo que doy
Siraj
son
is planning,
consejos de vida, es
his
lo único que
progress will now
tengo.
be severely hindered by a lack of power generators and electrical components. We still have time to conduct our investigation. Do you have any more questions for the suspect?
No, he's all yours. But I'd like to borrow Ilyas for a while.
Oh, that's fine.
Ilias, él es el
We've gone through a
drogado,
comprehensive
creo.
lie detection exam, which showed that he has a genuine case of amnesia. We're not planning to pursue any further breakthroughs on that front. However, I am curious, what do you need him for exactly?
I've read some
Dice que le
papers regarding
conoce.
amnesia, and I'd like to try restoring his memories.
I see. We'll be returning to the academia then. I'll leave Ilyas in your care.
Ah, ya sé que es el sonidito ese. No son donaciones, creo. No son donaciones. Creo que son seguidores en TikTok. Cabeza. ¿Por experiencia propia o lo soñaste? Lo soñé también, claro, lo he soñado. Principalmente de vídeos, no voy a engañar. O sea, de vídeos de estos de YouTube. O sea, no nos vamos ahora a decir que no, es que yo estaba aquí con la poli. No, es que he visto un vídeo. Poco más, ¿eh?
Haytham, are you serious about seeing things through? Paimon's pretty surprised that you're this interested in the case.
I thought you would have guessed the reason by now.
Huh? Paimon has no clue. Hey, do you know?
¿Conoces a Siraj?
Yes. We were classmates.
Oh.
That's why you asked to come along when Arav briefed you on the situation. So you're not here because you're interested in the case itself, but because you know the suspect?
You couldn't be further from the truth, but I wasn't expecting much from you to begin with.
Oye, yo tampoco estaba pensando algo muy diferente, así que no la insultes, porfa, en este caso.
I became the scribe afterwards while he continued his academic endeavors. He submitted a thesis 1 year ago, and the Grand Sage at the time asked for my opinion. I did not approve of it because it committed one of the 6 cardinal sins by touching upon human evolution. From violating matters regarding human evolution to attempting the forbidden and fearing none, the 6 cardinal sins are the origin of all evil in this world. They are also what the sages use as a reference when formulating or amending the rules of the academia.
Vale, dice que es malo.
Siraj's research was both overly naive and in violation of various core principles. The Grand Sage took some of my suggestions on board and ultimately decided to reject the application.
So that's why he's buying energy sources and electrical components.
He's most
Para
likely
evolucionar
trying to
humanos,
circumvent the
sí.
rules and conduct his experiment in secret.
That sounds super suspicious. Oh, we gotta stop him. Ilyas, can you try to remember things again? Maybe something new will pop up.
I'm sorry, but I've already tried many times. And no matter how hard I try, it feels like everything in my mind is shrouded in a thick mist.
It is possible for a person
Este es
forget some of their memories as a defense
el
mechanism
de esto,
against
el producto de
extreme
la evolución humana.
However,
A ver, no
these
sé, es un
memories
poco
aren't
decepcionante,
truly
supongo. Está
lost,
bien.
but merely
Está bien el
sealed
chaval,
away.
yo que sé, tampoco está...
They can be restored with the appropriate stimulus. Now, try to recall things you care about. They don't need to be related to this case.
Well, actually, I feel like I've forgotten more than just the memories of the time I was kidnapped and experimented on. The kind of person I am, the things I've done, I can remember some things, but I can't recall some others no matter how hard I try.
A ver, está hablando de detalles. Hay veces en las que uno puede atribuirle a la pérdida de memoria muchas cosas, ¿vale? Pero no tiene por qué ser algo que ha pasado de un momento a otro, rollo que haya sido algo obligado, como la pérdida de memoria que tiene en general, de que no recuerda qué ha pasado mientras estaba siendo torturado, lo que sea, qué mierda ha dicho, no me acuerdo ya. Porque son detalles lo que está diciendo, ¿no? O sea, rollo... ¿Tienes mala memoria, supongo? No sé, no está para tanto.
I do vaguely remember that there are two things that I have to do no matter what.
Do tell.
The first is to get my paycheck from the academia and give it to my younger sister in Gandharvaville. I'm not sure about the details, but it seems that I would send money to my younger sister every month to pay
It
for family
seems,
expenses.
parece ser.
And the second thing? What's the second thing?
I can't remember. Sorry, there's just so much I can't recall.
Not unexpected. However, you're the only one who has seen Suraj and knows the exact location of his cave at present.
Que
As
miente
such,
típicamente a la policía,
we'll
se da
do
cuenta.
everything we can to help you regain your
En el caso de que le
memories.
invitéis a la policía, por favor, no me echéis el muerto a mí, porfa.
But don't you worry, we'll help you get them all back.
Oh, thank
Disclaimer,
you so much.
supongo. Ese es mi disclaimer.
This feeling, it's more than just pain. I don't know how to describe it. I have
A ver,
so
por lo
many
único que parece es que
memories
por lo
now.
menos este no parece estar
I have a
mintiendo.
clear idea of who I am, and my head's always ringing. It feels like I could faint at any moment.
Lo que sí puede ser este hombre es una bomba, ¿vale? Una bomba de tiempo. Que no nos esté mintiendo, pero no nos esté mintiendo porque no lo recuerda, ¿vale? No porque no sea de verdad uno de, comillas, comillas, los malos, comillas, comillas.
But amidst all that, it also feels like I've been set free somehow. Nevertheless, I have you all to thank for bringing me what clarity I do have right now. Now, I do remember that I worked part-time at a place in the academia called the Research Preparation Center. That's also where I got my monthly paycheck.
I see. In that case, let's go and find whoever's in charge there.
Venga. No voy a engañar, esto no es nada interesante. Es un bajón considerable. Han dejado una carta para... No es el momento. No es el momento. No es el momento. Y tengo que acordarme de no hablar con Catherine hasta que vaya a hacer lo de la... Lo del legado dorado. Dios mío. Qué miedo. Hablar con Catherine. Qué mal puede salir eso. A esto es a lo que me refiero. No se están centrando en Alhacén, en la misión de Alhacén. Yo entiendo que las personalidades en general, personalidades e historias de los personajes de este juego no son especialmente variadas, ¿vale? Rollo, hay cierta cantidad de variedad, o sea, hay cierta variedad, pero no es que todos los personajes sean súper únicos y súper lo que sea, ¿no? O sea, hay momentos en los que simplemente no es tan interesante todo. O sea, por ejemplo, Eula es solo una niña rica que no le gusta su nombre, por ejemplo, ese tipo de cosas, ¿no? No es que todos los personajes sean súper interesantes, tienen cierto nivel de interés, pero poco más, ¿no? Entiendo por qué las misiones legendarias de su propia historia no se basen en ellos, ¿no? O sea, no se basen en el personaje como en sí y entonces derivemos a otras cosas. Pero en este caso es que no es especialmente entretenido, no sé, es un señor con el que trabajaba y quiere hacer cosas. No sé. ¿Viste los spoilers de Fontaine? Vi los personajes, esto que aparece una lista de personajes, como 8 personajes junticos. Una fotico y eso.
Acting Grand Sage Alhacén. I've sent this period's research expenses report to your office. Have you taken a look? Are there any issues with it?
I did. Recent research expenses have decreased quite a bit compared to past figures.
Este hombre trabaja mucho, ¿no?
Yes, though that is primarily because there are fewer scholars.
Buenas noches, porque aquí son las 11 de la noche. Por aquí son las 5 de la mañana, así que también es buenas noches, creo.
Topic. Might I ask why you are here today?
I believe you know this individual. His name is Ilias. He worked part-time here, and he's here for his paycheck.
Oh, yes, of course. Though, Ilias, where have you been these past few days? That was our busy period, but then you disappeared without a word. Everyone had to pick up the slack.
I'm sorry, something unexpected came up. But I know I've caused trouble for everyone. Is there anything I can do to make up for it?
The other researchers have more or less finished your share of the work. However, there is one thing that is yet to be settled. Do you remember Chandra? You were in charge of following up on his off-site research application.
Me da que no lo va a recordar, ¿eh?
He retracted his application a few days ago and canceled his off-site project. He's the 12th person to retract a research application this month. I'd like you to ask him why he
8:53. Ay, sí, ya son casi las 6, perdón. Sí, sí, sí.
Chandra is probably having coffee at this hour, so you can find him at the cafe.
Understood.
Ay, yo también estoy teniendo café a esta hora, lo que pasa es que está muy malo. El efecto está funcionando, ¿eh? Estoy mega despierto.
Be considerate to your colleagues and give them some forewarning at least. Is this acceptable, acting Grand Sage Alhacén?
I have no objections.
Es medio aburrida la misión, pues un poquito. No nos vamos a engañar. Espero ver tu vídeo dando el máximo valor posible al Alhacén para que cuando se termine el banner me dé depresión por no haberlo sacado. Me digo cuando hablaste de Candas y me animaste por tener a Tinari. Bueno, a ver, supongo que doy una de cal y otra de arena, no sé cuál es la buena, ¿eh? Supongo, a ver, si hago un vídeo dándole el máximo valor al Alhacén es porque yo mismo estoy intentando hacerme a la idea de que Alhacén vale para más que... Para algo más que ¿cómo se llama? La de Electro, coño. No me sale... Genshin, ¿vale? Que está bien que las animaciones sean chulas y que sea dentro, ¿vale? Pero es que al final vamos a usar intensificación, ¿vale? O sea que es más o menos lo mismo. Vale, esta se está tomando un cafelito, vamos para allá. Hola, hola, ¿qué tal? Ay, lo que no estoy... Me falta un chat, un momentito, me falta un chat. Bueno, vamos a primero al cafelito, ¿vale? Y entonces luego ya... Luego ya lo pongo.
Ilias? Long time no see.
Ahí.
What can I do for you?
Hola, bro. Hola.
I heard that you canceled your research project. So
Axel.
I'm just here to ask you why.
Oh, that. It's really nothing special. I just don't feel like going anymore. I'm
Me
not the
representa.
only one who canceled, right? I mean, people have had no motivation to conduct research lately, haven't they?
No motivation to conduct research?
Yeah. Say, who might you be? You look sort of familiar.
Oh, don't mind me. Please, continue.
El gran sabio aquí de pronto preguntándole que por qué no quiere trabajar.
The projects that they led were put on hold while they were being investigated. With the situation being so volatile, people are picking up random things to do to kill time. No one wants to risk starting any new research until it's clear how things will pan out in the future.
When you say how things will pan out, you actually mean what the new sages would have interest in, right?
Wow, talk about blunt. But that isn't the only reason for the lack of motivation to start new research.
So what are the other reasons?
No sé, que no hay pago, es que no sé.
Because the Akasha terminal shut down. I'm sure
Oh,
you're
eso es
all
malo.
aware that we require all kinds of knowledge to perform any of the research we do. Back then, the Akasha would respond to any of our requests for the knowledge we needed.
O sea que la falta de motivación viene de un aumento en la dificultad. No sé si tiene sentido, la verdad.
We were able to immediately run various tests and experiments.
Ah, vale.
I see.
Llevar pruebas, vale. Sí, eso tiene más sentido. Sí, perdón.
After having had a taste of something so amazing, who can be bothered to manually sift through data and files ever again? There are only a handful of people at the academia who are starting new projects or performing research. Most people are like me, waiting for a recognized researcher to start a project before immediately applying to join. Although our names will be further down in the paper, we'll have a much easier time. We don't have to do most of the mental heavy lifting. All we have to do is focus on our assigned tasks.
No le está molando, ¿eh? A la cabeza del hombre este no le está molando. Pero aplica atento con los básicos. Sí, a ver.
Ilias, what's wrong?
Es un robot.
My head.
No sé, yo tengo que
It
ir.
hurts.
¿Quieres potasio? No, ¿qué quieres? ¿Necesitas algo? ¿Te ayudo de alguna forma? Vale, no es potasio, no quiere potasio. ¿Quieres algo?
I remember now. I remember what Siraj said to me as he approached. You will become Siraj number 36. Fuse yourself with a consciousness under my control. Think only in accordance with a set module, like a worker bee in a beehive.
Paimon doesn't get it. What does that even mean?
Significa que él no es él.
The thesis he had submitted. Collective consciousness and the path of evolution.
Por eso le parece familiar, porque tiene... Bueno, porque le han medio metido la consciencia de uno que sí que conoce a Alhacén. Vale. Una conciencia colectiva, camino evolutivo, conciencia colectiva. Se me antoja jamón. Bien.
First, he would rank test subjects in descending order of ability, with number 1 serving as the overmind. This overmind would then divide tasks into numerous modules and delegate them to the collective's members based on their assigned number. Lastly, members would share their memories and emotions to facilitate the rapid exchange of information within the collective.
Paimon still doesn't get it. What's the point of all that?
Think of it as
Básicamente esclavos, ¿no?
and tailoring a given mind's assigned work based on its compatibility. Eventually, everyone's minds will be consolidated into a new form of existence that is both an individual and an organization. Siraj believes this collective consciousness is superior to individual humans.
Yo siento decírtelo, colega Siraj, pero la conciencia colectiva, o sea, lo que es el sistema de conciencia colectiva ya se usa en un sistema de gobierno como el que tenéis, ¿eh? O sea que lo que estás haciendo es como mecanizar mucho el proceso hasta el punto de hacerlo completamente inviable, ¿eh? Que yo entiendo que a ti te parece como más chulo porque es como, yo que sé, es como más de forma directa, ¿no? Pero es que lo que ocurre es que alienar a toda la, vamos a llamarlo comunidad, pero no es comunidad, ¿no? A todos los súbditos que tengas, ¿vale? Ya funciona de la misma manera. O sea, la gente piensa relativamente igual en una sociedad, ¿vale? O sea, relativamente dentro de un espectro, ¿vale? Hay ciertas personas que se salen de ese convenio, de esas similitudes y tal, pero al final es lo mismo. Al final, en una comunidad, la gente es, bueno, eso, se piensa de una manera bastante similar, siendo al mismo tiempo individual y colectivo. No es exactamente lo mismo, ¿vale? Está hablando literalmente de meter el cerebro de uno en 40 personas, ¿vale? En este caso, y que todos sean una sola, ¿vale? Que no es exactamente lo mismo que una sociedad, pero es que ya va a funcionar de la misma manera. O sea, es completamente irrelevante si se usa de forma literal o se usa solo de forma sistemática.
Whoa. Squishing a whole bunch of people together? Paimon thinks that sounds horrible.
Sí, aparte de eso, me parece muy bonito.
Siraj gave all the test subjects different numbers. Bigger numbers meant you had a lower rank, so your assigned tasks were less complex, such as being responsible for everyone's basic needs. Smaller numbers were ranked higher, so you'd be given more complex assignments like planning for the future. Siraj referred to me as number 36, and I think that was a low-ranking number. I also recall that Siraj said his plan was proceeding very quickly.
Caso como doctores, ¿no? Sí, básicamente como doctores.
Oh no, then we gotta hurry. We have to stop him before
Ah, mierda, ¿y cuál es su rollo ahora?
I tried my best,
No,
but
no
that's
creo.
all I can
No
remember.
creo, se fue.
I still can't recall where the cave is. I'm really sorry.
Take your time. You'll eventually remember it all. However, something doesn't seem right. Some details don't add up.
What's off?
You were only designated as number
Cierto, no
36.
te
What a
diviertes
shame.
aprendiendo
From what I
a
can
contar.
see, your talents merit a smaller number.
I'm not sure what Siraj's numbering system is based on. Anyway, we're done
Dab.
here. Let's go.
Please, wait. I heard you all talking about Siraj just now. Are you looking for him?
Huh? Do you know something?
Well,
Hemos estado hablando de todo esto que parece bastante confidencial al lado de este.
Recognition from a lot of well-known researchers.
Bueno.
Supposedly, he's a strong contender for being one of the next sages. There are many who would give up everything to be a part of his research team. I'm nothing special, though, so I doubt I'd get the opportunity. That said, I do know a researcher who received an invitation from Siraj but declined it. Her name is Janaki. If you're interested, you can try to find her. She's usually reading at the pavilion in the garden.
Vale. A ver, supongo que te da cierto miedo haber comparado una mente colectiva como las abejas a una sociedad capitalista. Ese es el rollo. Que han añadido algo a los puntos de teletransporte, me habéis dicho, por cierto. No lo veo. ¿Dice en algún momento que si están arriba o abajo? Es que no. Ah, mira aquí. Vale, un cuadradico. Vale, sí. Aparece un... Claro, es que estoy aumentando, pero el icono se ve del mismo tamaño. Ahora han puesto un cuadradico negro para los que están bajo cueva. Vale, eso está guay. Eso está bien, eso es útil. Eso está guay. Sobre todo para el desierto, que por cierto, como en la nueva zona no he visto que hay. Sí, está por aquí arriba. Que en la mitad de teletransporte, sobre todo todos estos de aquí, siempre me teletransporto cuando hay alguna misión diaria y es un coñazo. Siempre tengo que teletransportarme a estos de aquí. Y voy a por estos porque soy medio tonto. Y mi cerebro no lo recuerda. Anda, como de lo que va la historia, ¿no? Tengo yo también mente colectiva. Ah, está por abajo. Ups. ¿Oli? Más abajo. Ah, vale. Dice que está leyendo por aquí, ¿eh? O sea que no... Tiene que ser un sitio en el que se puedas uno sentar. No estoy yo muy convencido de que se pueda entrar por aquí. He entrado bien, seguro. Ahora está por arriba. Creo que tenemos un problema. Creo que tenemos un problema para encontrar al NPC, ¿eh? A ver. Si de aquí a la esta. Es hacia allá. Ah. Perdón, era considerablemente más fácil de lo que pensaba. Después seguramente muere, joder. Bro.
Yes. Do you know me? I'm sorry, but I don't recognize you.
Are you playing dumb with me?
No, I'm not.
Es su esposa.
I actually have amnesia, so I've lost a lot of my memories.
And? Are you trying to say that I should forgive you just because you've forgotten what you've done? Or are you using the acting Grand Sage as backup to settle things with me? The two biggest loners teaming up. What a terrible thought.
That's enough.
¿Qué le pasa? Es su ex. Es su ex. Vale.
I heard that Siraj once invited you to join his project. Is that true?
So, what if it is? Siraj did extend an invitation to me, and I was also interested in his project.
Pero, le quitó el puesto.
Consciousness or something. Anyway, he said that I could be number 45. I refused because I thought that rank was too low.
Dice que estaba muy interesada en el proyecto y acto seguido dice, creo que trataba sobre la conciencia colectiva o algo así, así como sin... Como que no se enteró mucho del tema. Aclárate, colega, ¿estabas interesada o no?
No one wants to be placed at the bottom. Certainly not me.
Ilias is number 36, and Janaki was supposed to be number 45. Ugh. Just how many people did Siraj have his eyes on?
Con esa voz podría ser su madre. Sí, la verdad es que sí. No tiene una voz muy juvenil.
Remember how the sages took advantage of the Akasha and extracted Yana energy from our heads back then? They left a document that records the amount of Yana energy that the Akasha had extracted from each person. I don't know how Siraj got his hands on that document, but he used it as the basis for his numbering system.
Quien más creatividad tenga es quien más...
He believes that this data can be used to evaluate a person's computing power.
La cosa es que no es una capacidad cerebral, o sea, no es computing power de lo que estamos hablando, ¿no? Estamos hablando de creatividad, era lo que usaba la energía llana esta, ¿no? Y es
Putting
cierto.
aside the validity of the data, it is meaningless to judge individuals based solely on their jnana energy. At most, jnana energy can only be seen as representing a portion of a person's abilities. Humans are complicated beings, so it is impossible to evaluate them using a single criterion.
See? I knew I couldn't have only been ranked as
Está hablando de
45.
los rankings que se hacen en
What
este
else
juego.
do you know about Siraj?
That's it. He came to me, I refused, and that was the end of it. Is there anything else you needed? If not, I'm out of here. I've had enough of this eyesore.
Please wait. I still want to know what I did in the past.
You really forgot?
I swear, I don't remember anything.
Paimon can vouch for him.
Yo voto que es su ex. Yo voto que es su ex. Vosotros estáis votando por estas cosas.
I see. You know what? It's better this way. I get angry just thinking about it, so I really don't have the patience to fill you in. All you need to know is that you got a lot of people in trouble back then, including me. That's all I have to say. Goodbye.
Hablando de ser específica y tal. Vale, guay, gracias, supongo, yo que sé.
She doesn't seem to like you very much. Do you really not remember anything?
I really don't. But after she said that, I've had this heavy feeling in my chest. I guess I did something really horrible.
Do you want to remember?
Huh?
Even though you're a witness against Siraj in this case, you've also lost your memory. No one can force you to remember if you don't want to. Even if you manage to remember, all you would need to do is feign ignorance and tell us that you tried the best you could, but to no avail.
I'm not sure what to do. Like I said before, for some reason I felt a sense of freedom when I realized I had lost my memories. But I feel like I shouldn't be allowed to go free so easily. I still want to remember everything.
Tú sabes que no he leído ni siquiera un poco en toda esta misión. Me limito a mirar la
Something
pantalla.
that caused trouble for a lot of people in
Joder.
the past must be on file somewhere. Would you like me to look into
Bueno,
it?
avísame si quieres que te haga un resumen. No se me haría especialmente complicado,
Let's
bastante...
return to the House of Dana. We've spent enough time here, and you should go and get your paycheck.
No nos vamos a engañar. Yo también me estoy planteando si debería estar leyendo esto o no, ¿eh? O sea, no es poco interesante, no nos vamos a engañar, ¿vale? O sea, la trama tiene cierto rollo, no sé cómo llamarlo, ¿vale? El problema es que está ejecutado de una forma un poco rusheada. No sé si es una forma de decirlo, ¿vale? Es como que va muy rápido y al mismo tiempo va muy lento. Se pasan a sobreexplicar cosas que realmente no necesitarían mucha explicación. Mientras que rushean los acontecimientos, digamos. Rollo, ahora vamos a ir directamente a... No, mira, el ejemplo de antes, perfecto, mira. Estábamos hace un momento hablando con un señor sobre que, yo qué sé, sobre que por qué no ha ido al trabajo. Y de pronto le ha pegado así como un dolor de cabeza al señor este, y ahora se acuerda de que es un mente colmena, no sé qué, no sé cuánto. Y ya tenemos pues de lo que va la tesis. Lo que pasa es que a la cena, por ejemplo, ya sabía de qué va la tesis, así que es un poco tontería. ¿Cómo mierda se llega a donde tengo que ir? Allí arriba, vale. Ah, allá abajo, perdón, es abajo del todo, su puta madre, menos mal. A la cena ya lo sabía, así que es un poco tontería que nos lo cuenten así. Eso es lo que me refiero con rushearlo. O sea, si ya tenemos la información, o por lo menos algún personaje de los que están involucrados en esta misión ya tiene la información. El único motivo para no contarla es que nos intenten hacer un plot twist, por ejemplo. Que nos intenten hablar con... O sea, que nos intenten hacer algo sorprendente con esa información que aún no tenemos. La cosa es que no lo hacen. O sea, que nos están ocultando información para... nada. Sin ningún propósito. No tiene motivo de ser. Lo único que consigue es que parezca que eso, que está ruseado, que están yendo con prisa, mientras que al mismo tiempo rellenan con tonterías de conversaciones que no llevan a nada, como la de ahora la tía esta que dice: has hecho daño a mucha gente. Bueno, pues vale. Pues muy bien, pues yo qué quieres que te diga. Es que no, pero no. ¿De qué me sirve a mí saber eso? O sea, me puede servir para entender que el personaje podría no tener motivaciones, ¿vale? Podría no tener motivaciones para recordar su pasado o que lo que sea. O que quería olvidar, así en general. Vale, guay. Pero eso a la trama no le aporta nada. Más cuando la misión es una misión legendaria de personaje. No estamos haciendo una misión secundaria de mundo ni nada, ¿eh? O sea, estamos haciendo una misión de Alhacén. Y la misión no va sobre Alhacén. O sea que ese cierto interés baja ya de base. ¿Qué onda, güey? Hola, Nancy.
Okay. Thank you all so much.
Relax, Elias. Being nervous accomplishes nothing.
That's true. I'm ready. No matter what I've done, I'm ready to face it. I'll also try my best to remember anything else related to Siraj. We'll put an end to all of this.
I'm holding you to that. See you later.
Venga, todo. También Alhacén no es precisamente muy expresivo, así que no sé, no se me hace forma de relatar con el personaje, rollo. No parece que le interese lo más mínimo nada. Rollo está... Vale, ok. Sí. Venga, va por ello. ¿Me entendéis? No sé, es que igual soy yo, que estoy muy cansado y muy cafeinado. La cafeinación podría ser el principal problema de todo esto, sí. Ay. No sé ya ni subir por las escaleras, madre mía. Ah, este es tu despacho, ¿no, colega?
Okay. The important files from the last few years should all be here.
Espera que le hacen consulta a los archivos. Ah, de esto iba el evento web, ¿no? Creo. La reciente ausencia de varios de los sabios y el aumento y el número extraño de individuos propagando extraños rumores por la ciudad han crispado el ambiente de la ciudad de Sumeru. El régimen de los 30 ha abierto un proceso de reclutamiento de nuevos miembros para garantizar la paz y el orden de la ciudad. La facultad de Rotawashi está plagada de raritos. Últimamente ha empezado a circular un extraño rumor sobre una estudiante apodada Tesis Caída del Cielo. Aún se están investigando los hechos. Nada de información, vale, guay. Numerosos testigos... Se está yendo. ¿A dónde vas? Numerosos testigos afirman haber visto una misteriosa sombra merodeando por las inmediaciones del jardín Jade en la noche. Tras una exhaustiva investigación no se ha descubierto nada fuera de lo común en la zona y la investigación se ha dado por concluida. Son todos rumores, ¿no? ¿Por qué se ha ido a la Zempa ya?
Nothing. Anyway, I found Elias's file. Let's meet downstairs.
Ay, vea, a esto es a lo que me refiero. ¿Por qué se oculta esto? Me intenta hacer un plot twist. Yo lo pillo, me intenta hacer un plot twist. Pero es que luego no lo lleva a cabo.
This file indicates that you were once commended by the academia for your courage and sense of justice. You were considered a hero.
Huh? Me?
Yes. Your instructor was engaging in academic fraud, and you were the one who reported him. Your report was found to be true after a series of investigations, and your instructor was brought to justice by the Matra. This incident caused quite the commotion, and the academia sent you a commendation. What is it? Are any memories coming back to you?
Traicionó a sus amigos por el bien de la justicia.
My head feels like it's being ripped apart again. It hurts. Did I seriously do that? Then why?
Let's put this matter aside for now. It isn't directly related to Siraj, so there's no need to push yourself over it.
I'm sorry. should have been something good to hear, but my body is instinctively rejecting it. I feel like I'll black out if I try to remember.
Take it slow. Recovering memories is no easy task, especially when it involves memories that you don't want to remember. Just do what you think is right.
Te estoy escuchando en modo podcast.
I'm
A
not
ver,
sure how
bien.
you're so calm and composed all the time, but it does make me feel more confident about the situation I'm in.
Let's head to Gandharvaville and deliver Ilias's paycheck to his sister. Come on!
Vale, puedo teletransportarme directamente. Es que si voy directamente a Gran Harba, pero luego me hacen hablar con algún personaje fuera de la ciudad o cualquier cosa así, pues al final estoy perdiendo el tiempo. Pero si me pone directamente el iconcito en Gran Harba, es que no hay nada. No hay nada. Este juego tiene cosas obtusas, ¿vale? Pero una vez que las entiendes, puedes circular a través de ellas. Así que, pues eso. Venga.
We should be close. Let me think. It should be this way.
Si no recuerdo mal, colega, tienes amnesia. Venga.
Ilias, what are you doing back here?
¿Ya se ha saludado? ¿Eso es que es buena onda?
Dad, it's nothing.
Ah.
I was just wondering how everyone was doing.
You sure everything's okay? Did they bully you again? It's all right. You can tell us.
Ah.
Ilias, what's wrong?
I'm
Creo que esa es su madre.
Just a minor headache. I haven't been getting much rest lately.
Buah, same, bro.
Back then, I told you not to be a hero. Look how things turned out. I can't imagine
Sí, este
how things
pinta
are going
mucho a
for you at
padre.
the academia. We've even been receiving threat letters.
You don't have to force yourself to stay at the academia. You can always come back home.
Qué amable.
I just need a little rest.
Ilias doesn't seem like he wants them to know that he has amnesia.
No creo que se preocupen más de la cuenta por él. A ver. No creo que se vayan a preocupar más de la cuenta. Creo que se van a preocupar en general, rollo. A un nivel emocional normal. No me parece una gilipollez que haya perdido la memoria, ¿eh?
Hey! That's enough, you two. Ilias isn't feeling well. You can keep nagging him once we get home. Ilias, let's find somewhere to talk.
Esta es la hermana a la que le envía dinero o algo así.
So, how's your headache?
It's much better now. Oh, here. It's this month's paycheck. How's everything at home?
Same old, same old. It's just that everyone's worried about you. Don't mind their nagging. Deep down, they know that you did the right thing. It's just that after hearing a lot of bad rumors about you and seeing all the threatening letters, well, they're mom and dad. Maybe they just want you to conform a bit more.
Conform.
Va a estar complicado.
You don't remember? After the incident, you... Ilias? What's wrong?
Ah, I see. I remember now. Don't worry, I remember now.
Vale, lo recuerda, pero qué parte.
A little weird today, you know? Anyway, I understand your decision. But Mom, Dad, and I just want you to be happy. I don't care if you're a hero or not. I just want you to enjoy life and relax more.
Your understanding is a great comfort to him.
Is it? That's good. Are you a
Está bien que lo diga una tercera persona y no él.
More so these two. My name is Alhacén, and this is the Traveler in Paimon.
Oh, that rings a bell. At any rate, I feel more at ease knowing that my brother has friends.
A ver, somos famosos en todo Sumeru, tiene sentido que aquí también.
I just happened to buy some extra food.
Y más si somos amiguitos de cole y tal.
But I still have things I need to take care of.
Well, that's a shame. Okay, I'll get going then. Take care of yourself, Ilias.
Bueno, ¿qué parte has recordado? Cuéntame.
Don't worry. I won't do anything to make you guys worry again.
You remember now?
Yes, I do. Thanks for that. You know, you don't seem like such a bad person.
Is that your way of conveying gratitude?
Oh, my apologies. But I meant every word.
Sí que parece otra persona ahora mismo,
Remember when I asked at the tavern if we had ever met? I said that there was a sense of familiarity, but what I really meant was a sense of loathing.
Loathing?
Ah.
Yeah, but having spent some time with you, I realized that you're not someone I dislike to that extent. Strange, isn't it? Why did I have those thoughts at that time?
My strength is that I don't care about what others think. If you could also develop this quality, then you won't be as bothered by complicated social relationships.
Mira, a esto es a lo que me refiero. Hay como 10 personajes que van con el mismo rollo. Con el mismo rollo de que a mí no me preocupa como lo que piensen los demás de mí. Rollo está Fino, Tinari, Gemendingue. Es que todos son lo mismo. Todos son... Es que a mí me resbala. Y ya está. Y es su forma de justificar el hablar... El hablar así. Eula, por ejemplo, también se podría contar dentro de este grupito. Todos son lo mismo. No sé si eso es lo que lo hace aburrido. ¿Es eso lo que lo hace aburrido? Pensar que no tienen ningún tipo de individualidad y son todos exactamente iguales. Porque es que no veo que tenga... No veo que tenga chicha, a lo que me refiero. El personaje puede ser muy interesante, tener un transform de que lo flipas, tener un pasado que, yo que sé, me haría llorar. Pero es que no es interesante. Simplemente no es interesante. No sé cómo ponerlo en otras palabras. No interesa. Ya he visto esto. He visto a este personaje en otras 30 caras. Y pues yo qué sé. No sé, me divirtió más la legendaria Jaimic, por ejemplo. Sí, yo qué sé. Cualquier otra. Es que es simplemente no tiene... no tiene chicha. No tiene chicha para ser interesante. No sé cómo llamarlo. A mí me importa lo que piensen de mí. Eso me hace menos interesante. No sé, igual soy yo el problema.
There are more important things at hand. We have to stop Siraj before he completes his collective consciousness, or it'll be too late.
You're right. Let's head out.
Vale. Pero no nos ha contado lo que ha recordado, ¿no? Solo nos ha dicho que ya sabe dónde está porque lo ha recordado, pero no lo que ha recordado. Bueno, en fin, vamos para allá. Ay, creo que había alguien que dijo que no hay personajes malos, ¿no? Solo mal escritos. Que según parece no es la misma cosa. Pero yo qué sé, no... Si el personaje tiene cierto interés, no es por cómo lo están llevando. O sea, es posible que el personaje tuviese un montón de trasfondo, ¿vale? El cual yo no esté muy enterado de ello. Pero no creo que lo estén conduciendo de forma que lo haga interesante para yo verlo. Porque es lo más aburrido, es que todo sobre investigar NPCs, básicamente. Es que vamos a repasar qué es lo que hemos aprendido de Alhacén. Hemos aprendido... que tenía un colega en la academia. Yo tenía un compañero de clase en la academia. No sé qué más decir. No sé. Ya está, ¿no? O sea, podemos continuar. Vale. ¿Qué tenemos por aquí antes de nada? Ah, mira, este sí tiene más ataque que maestría. Vale. Porque no irá con su arma, me imagino, ¿verdad? Ah, sí que va con su arma. Ah, pues, bueno. Vale. Definitiva, vale. Siempre le ponen el mismo. No, mira, creo que no. Creo que no. Mira, sí que hemos aprendido otra cosa. Que no le importa lo que piensen de él. Que eso lo sabemos ya desde antes con la misión de Cino y tal. Bueno, la misión con Cino y tal, no era de Cino. Por más interesante que, que sea el personaje, si todas las misiones del NPC se vuelve Z, literal, es que no me parece que esté aprendiendo nada del personaje al que voy a estar controlando, ¿no? Es una trampa. Ahora es parte de la mente colmena.
I don't sense him nearby.
Did he get separated from us? Should we wait here or turn around and look for him?
Con lo perceptivo que es y lo ha perdido de vista.
Let's keep moving.
All right. We'll continue in and see if he catches up to us.
Ahora es parte de la mente colmena porque ha recordado. Y por lo tanto también ha recordado su programa. Tal cual, seguro. Las drogas. Las drogas.
It's okay, Ilyas. You've done more than enough for me already.
I don't understand. Everyone knows that Johnny is stealing your research. Why is no one willing to go public with the truth? He shamelessly used your thesis to send in a project application, and whenever the project hits a wall, he asks you for help. Everyone knows what's going on.
Do you know how many people are working on that project? If Johnny was kicked out because of academic fraud, that'd be the end of the project. Too many people would be affected.
Bueno, pues llevarías tú a cabo la investigación, ¿no?
He throws you the hardest work, and after you're done pulling all-nighters, he struts around with your research data and takes credit for it. That's not right! Why are you putting up with this?
A lot of people warn me to not say anything, and I think they have a point. This is just how things are. All I want is to graduate without any problems. It's okay. He's at least paying me.
Half a year of your time and effort. Countless all-nighters and casual threats and insults. All for a measly 20,000 mora?
20.000.
He's treating people like
Te lo pago yo para que le delates, colega.
Enough.
Te lo quintuplico.
I just need to suck it up and get it done.
No dejéis que os abusen laboralmente. Otro consejo mío de mi parte. Creo que he visto el pasado de Ilyas.
Of course not. I was also able to see those memories just now. They were probably the ones that leaked out while Ilyas was connecting to the collective consciousness.
¿Algo de lore mental me salí? No. Me temo que no. Ha mantenido el mismo nivel de boringness, no sé cómo llamarlo. Ilyas no se engañó. A ver, en el momento en el que recordó ya no era Ilyas, ¿no? Es el otro. Vale. No es culpa de Ilyas si es el otro el que nos engaña, ¿no? ¿Qué es esto? ¿Llaves misteriosas estos paneles? Ah, bueno. ¿Qué necesidad? Pues no sé. Un momento. Vale. No, en serio, ¿cuál es el propósito de este puzzle o lo que sea? Ya sé lo que tengo que hacer. Vale. Perdón, es que he tardado un momentito en procesarlo, ¿vale? Gracias por tu contenido. Buenas noches a todos. Buenas noches, Gezabel. Bueno, no sé si buenas noches es un buenas noches de hola o es un buenas noches de me voy a dormir, pero bueno, buenas noches. Vale. Venga. Creo que está haciendo más daño a la Shogun, ¿verdad? Tengo la sensación de que está haciendo más daño a mi Shogun. Mi Shogun no está bien montada, ¿eh? Y según esta maestría full. O sea, full maestría. Bueno, está bien, yo qué sé. Se hace lo que se puede. Mío. ¡Ay, qué bonito! Veo a alguien allí. Veo a alguien ahí. Es otro acolmenao.
Contributing to the collective by only thinking to your strengths. How easy.
Vale. De dormir. Vale, buenas noches.
Alhacén. Just thinking of that name fills me with hatred. We must get rid of him.
Tengo la sensación de que a tu colega a tu compañero de clase no le caías nada bien, colega. ¿Qué le has hecho? Insultas... Ah, pues claro, coño, lo de la tesis, ¿no? Que se la canceló. No le dejó hacerla de forma legal, claro, coño, perdón. Es que se me olvida, ¿vale? Es que ha pasado tan poca cosa que a veces pierdo la noción de lo que estoy haciendo.
An entire year's worth of work down the drain. And for what? Your reputation? Do you have any idea how many people you've brought down?
You could have played hero any time. So why couldn't you have waited until the project was complete?
I don't understand.
Porque iba a matar a su colega.
Are you saying you don't care that Raju jumped to his death?
It's a shame. What happened to him?
Oops.
I thought he was stronger than that.
¿Cómo que?
Everyone has been working hard to complete the project. He could have endured for a bit longer. But he chose now.
¿Me estás vacilando? Tengo ganas de matar a esta gente. ¿Qué coño?
We're done with you. Because of your recklessness, the Matra are putting Johnny on trial. Oh, this project is done for.
Hostia, qué puta zorra.
But do you know how many people, myself included, needed this project to complete their studies? Now our futures are up in the air. If worst comes to pass, we might not be able to graduate. Do you understand now?
I'm sorry.
Me sobra la polla. Se ha suicidado. ¿Cómo que lo siento mucho? Que se ha suicidado su amigo.
I'll accept it anyway. You'll pay for this.
Hostia, qué putos anormales, colega. Él iba a preguntar qué hizo la con esa personalidad. Puedo sacar mil y una conjetura. A ver. Sí, pero no, creo que es por cancelarle el proyecto de la mente colmena. Ilias... Venga. ¿Qué coño? Es que porque siquiera se pone en duda que lo que ha hecho está bien. Ah, tiene unas gafas chulas. Vale, voy. Por allí. Está pegándose una siesta. Ojalá yo. No entendí qué hicieron y por qué lo culpan. Él lo que hizo... Bueno, su amigo se ha suicidado, ¿no? Y su amigo estaba llevando el peso de toda la investigación que estaban haciendo todos, porque, bueno, se la estaba plagiando el jefe, digamos, ¿no? Pero no... no lo han... No sé, lo han tomado como que es su culpa por... delatarles. Mientras que el otro se ha suicidado. Necesito otro más. Me falta una. No lo veo, ¿eh? Arriba del todo tampoco veo nada, espérate. Puedo... Ah, espérate. Espera. Me imagino que es que la misma bola abre... Abre las dos, ¿no? Sí, eso es, ya está. Perdón, ya está, ya está, ya está. Ahora cojo esta. Y cojo la última. Como le está sintiendo, me gusta como su gameplay, pero no sé por qué lo siento como pesado. Es pesadillo, sí. Es la sensación, sí.
Very strange. Is there really no research group that will take you? Well, to pass this course, you must complete a paper with other researchers. I know you're a hero for fighting academic fraud, but well, we can't make exceptions for heroes, now can we? Maybe you should try to improve your relationship with the other researchers. Getting a reputation for being too unconventional will not stand you in good stead in the long run.
I understand.
You seem troubled.
Who are you? Where are my manners? My name is Suraj.
Está mirando hacia arriba, como que...
Suraj, I've heard of you before. Do you need something from
Hola,
me?
Hackerman, ¿qué tal?
The world hates people who don't fit in. I imagine you've had your fair share of trouble.
Así es como capta
After you
gente.
reported Johnny for academic fraud, you were ostracized and shunned. Even your family can't understand your actions.
Le he investigado bastante, parece. ¿Eh?
I'm working on some research that will help you merge into a collective. That way, your life won't be so dolorous. How about it? Wanna have a go?
What did you see?
Siraj convenció a Ilias para unirse a la mente colmena. Nadie obligó a unirse. No, a ver, la presión de grupo le obligó.
That giga jerk? No, Siraj is the real giga jerk here. Ilias is just a regular jerk. Ooh, Paimon's so mad. We're gonna find him and we're gonna make him explain himself.
Tú no vas a hacer nada, ¿no? Venga, ahora con eso. Vaya ñordazo de misión, perdón. No, es que no tiene de otra. Bueno, a ver qué me cuenta el tonto este, que parece como la mente maestra, no solo la mente colmena.
You've come. I intentionally slowed my integration into the collective consciousness because I wanted to see you one last time as Ilias. And I wanted to apologize to you as him. It was only at Gandharvaville that the second thing I must do occurred to me. Bring you all here. To throw off the Matra and bring Alhacén to the hive. That was my task as Suraj number 36.
Bien. Va a funcionar entonces, ¿no? Esto lo predecí en el minuto 3. De que era una bomba de tiempo, ¿verdad? Yo me acuerdo de aquello.
However, it's not that I got scared and forgot. I chose to delete those memories. It's difficult to fool Alhacén, so I had to create the perfect guise for myself.
And the best guise is when you believe your own lies.
Correct. I only told you that the hive was incomplete because I had deleted my memories of its completion. It was finished a long time ago. Before I left, I was already living as number 36.
Ojalá la misión del desierto sea mejor. Sí, ojalá.
To that identity. Only here can I be truly free. That's all I wanted to say. After I enter this room, my consciousness will merge back into the collective.
Ah, ya lo estaba. Vale.
This is goodbye.
Is this your
A ver, supongo que
decision?
con esto nos confirman que pueden volver de la mente colectiva.
Yeah, the person we know is Ilias, not Suraj number 36. The outside world is painful sometimes, but Paimon doesn't think that's a reason to run away.
Do you need more time to consider, Ilias?
Hey, who are...
That is Suraj.
Con la caza chula.
Giga jerk?
How bold of you. Have I done
¿Te
something
gustó
to
el
offend
Haitam?
you? I modified Akasha terminals to allow users to share memories and emotions. Then I recruited
Porque
researchers
siguen
from the
pudiendo usar los
academia to build
Akasha. ¿No estaban
collective
ya retirados?
consciousness. I assigned numbers to everyone and divided the experiment's tasks amongst themselves. Here, people can live easily and happily without needing to exercise complex mental thought. This is what they have chosen. All I've done is fulfill their wishes.
You're just trying to justify yourself!
Then I ask you, what's the difference between here and the outside? There are researchers at the academia who engage in dangerous research in extreme environments while others become idle and listless.
Están repitiendo palabra por palabra cada una de las hipótesis que he formado, que es que encima eran hipótesis de broma, porque es que me parecían la conclusión más simple que podía ser de que la sociedad ya es una mente colmena de una forma sistemática. No, no, o sea, no es eso, no, es que no me estoy enterando bien, creo que no es eso. Venga.
With collective will that even those on the fringes will attempt to fit in after suffering setbacks. Isn't that right, Ilyas? There's no need to deny this, as it is fact. It is natural for social creatures to congregate together. And the terminus of conformity is a collective consciousness through which even an ordinary bee colony can become a powerful swarm. Replace the bees with humans, and this model becomes even more potent. Welcome to the hive, Alhaitham. You once arrogantly denied the merits of this project before the Grand Sage.
Sí, parece que todavía está cabreado por lo de denegarle el proyecto, vale.
Consigned to nothingness. Of course, I'm well aware that you don't care about any of this. You don't care about the pain of others. But I didn't give up. I made my thesis into reality.
When we arrived, I noticed many empty rooms in the hive.
Oh, you noticed that? Then can you guess where their inhabitants are? The
En la ciudad.
answer is the academia. They're executing another phase of the plan.
Eso es lo que estaban discutiendo.
Install me as a sage. The collective consciousness links all of us into a single mind, showcasing our individual strengths as we work together. We are able to execute complex undertakings while instantaneously modifying our strategies in response to unexpected situations. Everything has been proceeding smoothly. You are our biggest obstacle. With you out of the way, I'll use my growing influence to turn the collective consciousness into a legitimate study.
Mira, a veces ha sido un plot twist. Esa parte no me la esperaba.
Everyone will be part of my hive. No. The hive will be in control. And it will lead the academia towards a new future.
We won't let you do this!
What can you achieve with mere words? You weren't even able to change Ilyas's mind. Return to the hive, number 36.
A ver, claramente se ha parado. Así que algo ha hecho, supongo.
Don't go back! Look! There are lots of people out there worried about you. And you aren't an outcast. Aren't we your friends?
That's easy
¿Eres
for
una
you to
oveja
say,
negra?
given that you're travelers. Will you two continue to stay at the academia? When you leave, tragedy will repeat itself.
No, tiene la familia, ¿no? Eso le caen bien, creo.
You know as well as I do that comforting words don't make life any easier.
Ilyas, why?
No, como mínimo se ha parado a escucharlas, así que no es que esté del todo perdido, supongo.
Arrogant as Alhaitham. You think that everyone should be like you and live according to their own truths. But you don't realize that most people simply want easy lives. I allowed number 36 to leave the hive without his memories only because I knew he would eventually return. This proves that I know more about human nature than you do.
No creo que ninguna prueba que se conduzca con solo una persona sea una validez, pero bueno, vale.
The model you presented was extremely unstable. No amount of garish packaging will change its fragile nature. It can't be helped. If you were clever enough to realize those problems, then you would have been aware that the hive changed when Ilios returned to this collective consciousness of yours.
What?
Ahora es el jefe.
What's happening?
Póntelo en jabo que lo tengo en modo podcast y me spoilea. A ver, no es un buen momento como comprenderá.
That's why you, as the Overmind, synchronized your hatred of me into the collective, prompting them to create and execute a plan to eliminate me. However, when Ilios returned to the collective, his memories and emotions were shared with the rest of its members. This includes his perception of me.
Thanks for that.
Ay, porque es todo tan predecible.
Seem like such a bad person. Strange, isn't it? Why did I have those thoughts at that time?
This contradicts the hatred you had provided them, and these two differing emotions will give rise to new conflict.
So that's it. Wait, so you knew that Ilias would return to the hive? And then you pretended to keep him around just to fool Siraj. Wouldn't expect any less from you, Alhaitham. Once the collective consciousness bugs out, we'll take that opportunity to... wait. It's back to normal already.
A ver, el jefe de la colmena sigue siendo el otro, ¿no? O sea, ¿qué más nos dará?
Too arrogant. Did you really think that your little scheme would be enough to destabilize the hive? Ilias's return
Me
had
vino
indeed
Hayo.
introduced
No lo
abnormal
pillo, pero
emotions
bueno,
into
sí.
the hive,
Yo qué sé.
Such a meager drop
¿A qué hora te has levantado?
give
Tarde.
rise to waves. Your
A las
struggle
5.
has been in
Bueno,
vain,
un poco menos, a las 5
and
menos,
it's
pero...
time to end it. Allow me to show you what makes the collective consciousness so formidable.
¡Oh, no!
So many monsters. Where did they come from? And something feels off about them.
A ver, ya hemos visto en el evento que se los podemos controlar, ¿no?
Though I ranked them last. Even so, they are part of it. Despite their lack of intelligence, perfect cooperation can be achieved, much like soldiers who have undergone strict training. Now then,
¿Veis? Esto sería un plot twist si no hubiésemos hecho el evento. Al final es lo que acaba. Al tener eventos hace que el juego sea peor, ¿no? Colega, que son setas. Los matamos de 3 golpes.
You two just need to brace yourselves for the nuisance in front of us.
Well, all right. Paimon doesn't know how you get so confident, but we'll hold them off for as long as we can.
Que son setas, que no va a haber ninguna dificultad, colega. O sea... Ay, perdón. Cambio al que no tengo que cambiar todo el rato. Cada que dicen Collective Consciousness me acuerdo del Metal Gear Rising. Yo jugué como hora y media, así que no te puedo decir mucha cosa, lo siento. En este es ataque todo... Ay, ha subido un poco maestría. La voz del grupo no sé si se está refiriendo a los bichicos, la verdad, porque dice que tienen que eliminarme, pero son los bichicos los que me están intentando eliminar. No. Siempre cambia el mismo, por favor.
You see, that is the will of the collective. Even with the hatred gone, they continue their work. An external anomaly cannot shake the collective stability.
¿Cuántos de estos he matado sin querer? En fin. Se mueren de un golpe. Se ha muerto con el golpe inicial de Fischl. Bueno, pues vale. Joder. Ay, se saca una espada del... Se saca una espada del culo, parece, ¿no? También, una espada de virtual. Joder, queréis parar, joder. Es muy pesado. Chinchu, coño. Que se me hace complicado jugar con 5 personajes. Ya está.
What's with this sudden influx of information? Silence! Has the overmind I command you?
Me da que ya no eres la conciencia suprema o lo que sea. Venga, bájate ya. Te han sustituido, colega. ¿Qué quieres que le haga? Voy con muy mal equipo para esto, ¿eh? Venga. 5. No tengo healer, principalmente ese es el problema. ¡Anda! Mira, ¿ves? Esto no me lo esperaba. Este es el único plot twist que había de la misión. Joder, con los putos botones. Ese. Quiero chinchú. Dice que es el más listo, que es el óptimo. Venga, va. No. Te vas a pegar una sorpresa, colega. Te está llamando tonto, colega. Qué música. La verdad es que ni siquiera estoy escuchando bien la música.
What you said to Ilias has now become a memory shared by all members of the Hive. I see it now! You've channeled and amplified their selfish desires! You're trying to destroy my Hive from the inside out!
Deseos egoístas. Colega, deseos individuales no son la misma cosa, ¿eh?
Hive has stretched many of them to their limit. Once your authority as Overmind starts to wane, it won't be long before your subjects snap back. Is it worth living here like a machine?
Me parece que la música ahora mismo es ruido, no música, pero bueno, se le puede llamar música, supongo.
Selfishness, doubt, and fear will propagate, thanks to the web of consciousness that you built. At this stage, your so-called Hive has already fallen.
It's not over yet. I am the Overmind! There has to be a way!
It's too late. Once the desires of the Hive accumulate, beyond a certain threshold, they will kill their king.
Vale, apostemos, ¿le va a salvar o le va a matar? Yo digo salvar porque no podía salir de otra forma. Pero estaría guay que se lo cargase. Pero yo para terminar. Los Overmind se está cayendo, no será Undermind. Ahora está Undermind, sí. Ah, ninguno de ellos, simplemente ha roto la maquinita. Porque se ha caído de 2 metros. Toda esa cinemática ha sido de que se estaba cayendo de 2 metros, vale, colega. Pues muy bien. A ver. Bajar por un túnel rojo durante 2 minutos. Se ha acabado. Buena pregunta, buena pregunta. Me representa.
For example, Ilias did have differing perceptions, but he ultimately followed the collective consciousness's judgment. However, this system is far from perfect. Based on this logic, the collective consciousness will generate an intractable diffusion effect upon encountering negative emotions.
Deseos egoístas. De nuevo, que es que no son... O sea, simplemente están compartiendo su individualidad, ¿no? O sea, el hecho de mantener la individualidad es lo que hace que esto sea un problema. Si se convierten simplemente en robots, que es lo que me imagino que en un momento quería conseguir, no habría este problema.
The disturbance that Ilias caused wasn't for naught. It made the collective question the Overmind.
Setbacks in the plan further amplified doubt, which diminishes the Overmind's influence.
Fun fact, esto también pasa en las colmenas de abejas y tal.
Panic, avarice. These negative emotions can be very well hidden, as humans generally do not share completely transparent channels of communication. But in the Hive, where there are no secrets, negativity can spread like a tidal wave. Of course, what I said to
Buah, como
Ilias
mi
was the
bandeja de
trigger for
comentarios.
all of this. A few words were enough. Believe in the power of words, Siraj.
You were already thinking of a way to destroy the collective consciousness. Even back then, you knew that Ilias was the bait all along. But how did you know? Since when?
I knew it from the moment I saw him. Moreover, I never looked down on you. My opinion of you has always been objective. You have a naive view towards the concepts of collective consciousness and human evolution, but you are
No, por lo menos no se había
intelligent and
olvidado de su
disciplined.
colega del cole, ¿no? Y
You would
tal.
never let a test subject escape. Mistakes like that are beneath you, and you also won't leave any mistake without a resolution.
I never thought I'd hear those
Dios,
words
es que es
come from you.
literalmente una ya todos.
But if you're saying that out of sympathy, spare me.
Pero sin batido.
I know very well that
Que
you've
como que
never
resta
viewed me as
puntos
an
también,
equal.
¿no?
When you were with us, you always had a distant look in your eyes. You don't need to hide it. I know it better than anyone else. The arrogance that comes with being a genius. Nobody likes being treated like that.
Your perspective is entirely born from your habitual way of looking at things. From your perspective, you probably think I'm like you, someone who doesn't fit in. However, I've never placed myself on a pedestal. I just want to distance myself from meaningless noise and look at everything objectively. On the other hand, you have failed to come to terms with who you truly are. You care too much about winning and how others perceive you.
You mean to say
Don't we all?
I'm the arrogant one here?
Is that not so?
Eso te sorprende, pensar que lo estabas
and
diciendo tú
emotionally
mismo. Bueno, en fin, yo qué sé.
fragile. You view people as a simple, mediocre collective, while you regard me as one of your kind.
Regardless, I have lost. You can take me back to the academia to stand trial.
You will stand trial, yes. But arresting people isn't in my job description. I'm just an ordinary staff member. I believe it is the General Mahamatra's duty to escort you away.
¡Ey! Viene Cino para acá. Viene Cino para acá.
Sino? What are you doing here?
Ya lo sabían todo, ¿no? Si Alhacén lo sabe todo desde hace muchísimo tiempo ya todo.
Looks like things have already been settled.
Symbols?
I
Está dejando miguitas de pan.
letter to him, and I made several similar symbols on the way here.
Wait, what do you mean you left a letter?
Al principio de todo ya lo dijeron, que mandó una carta.
Paimon remembers. When Paimon first saw you, Arav said that you had left a letter for Sino. So you really did know that something was up with Ilias from the start.
A ver, por eso estaba tan interesado en ir, ¿no?
Best if you didn't spout nonsense. I never employed any mode of trickery on you. By the
Ya,
way,
ya. No, eso es los developers, no te preocupes, colega. Tú no.
If you practice the method discussed therein, your vision may improve. Do you need it?
Seriously? This guy. By the way, Sino, Paimon heard that Siraj sent more people to the academia. We can't let those jerks get away.
Don't worry. The Matra have started screening suspicious persons.
A ver, han incitado a alguien al suicidio. Yo creo que tienen para encerrarlos también bastante fuerte, ¿no? ¿Será eso ilegal aquí?
Everything went as you predicted, Alhacén.
Good. Seems like
Well, according to Keikaku.
I'll leave the arrests to you all. See you.
Keikaku, means plan. Y ya está. Y bueno, pues se va. Pues muy bien.
And off he goes. There still are a lot of test subjects here, so let's stick around for a while.
Vale. A ver qué me dicen.
Oh no. Oh no. I was involved in all these plans to get rid of the acting Grand Sage?
No lo recuerdas.
What came over me? How could I do something like this?
We were accomplices without knowing it. But
I'm afraid that Alhaitham might pressure the Matra into giving us heavier sentences. Whether he's the scribe
¿Por
or
qué?
the acting Grand Sage, we can't afford to offend him. It seems our future at the Academia will be full of uncertainties.
We can discuss
Sí que
the
tiene
future later.
mala visión del colega, ¿no?
Leaving the collective left me with a strange sense of guilt. I didn't feel anything towards Alhaitham at first, since he wasn't well known. All the opinions I heard about him were negative, though. Siraj made us hate Alhaitham, and we blindly accepted that hatred and thought of him as a bad person.
¿Están haciendo una analogía sobre las fake news?
I guess we're getting what we deserve. Could you help us apologize to Alhaitham?
Creo que le importa una mierda, colega.
You tell Alhaitham, but whether he chooses to forgive you is up to him.
Colega, creo que le importa una mierda, pero muy gorda.
No matter what he chooses, apologizing will make us feel slightly better. If he chooses to remember this, we're prepared for our punishment.
It's time to go.
Ay, viendo cómo es esto, casi que me alegro de cómo es Kokomi. Porque es que ya hay como 3 super estrategas, súper importantísimos que lo saben todo y lo hacen todo perfecto porque lo saben todo desde hace 40 jugadas antes que el resto. Así que casi que me alegro de que Kokomi sea tan jodidamente decepcionante como estratega. Es sorprendente cómo cada vez que sale una misión mejora mi visión de las misiones anteriores. Es increíble, ¿eh? O sea, es un rollo curioso.
Looks like I can't exist as Siraj number 36. Yet, my life as Ilyas goes on. When I was at Gandharvaville, I thought about whether I should just come forward with the truth. But I didn't have the courage then. So in the end, I lost my sense of justice. But I also wasn't able to conform.
Ilyas?
Don't be sad. I'm the one who deceived you. However, I didn't come out of
Bajo
this
el control
completely
de Otro.
The moment the hive collapsed, an idea popped into my head. I realized that the collective I was always trying to fit into wasn't as powerful as I had imagined. Understanding that gave me courage somehow. Perhaps one day I could be just like Alhaitham and not care about what anyone else thinks.
No, no queremos más Alhaitham. No.
Thanks. Well, I should get going. I'm one of the primary suspects in the case, so I'll have to receive my due punishment.
No sé si debería contar a Fino dentro del rollo de personalidad de la cena, sinceramente.
I just don't want them to worry. Also,
¿No parece del todo?
please apologize to Alhaitham for me. Goodbye.
A Tinari creo que sí estaría bastante dentro. Sí, venga, todos nos vamos a disculpar sobre no sé muy bien, algo.
I'll have my subordinates seal the place, retrieve all documentation, and destroy the system. Are you too hurt? I brought bandages and hemostatics.
Oh, qué mono.
Just a little tired.
No, venga, no vamos a meter a Fino dentro de personalidad como el Heisen.
Go see him when you're done here. Watch out for
Me ha traído gasas y cosas de esas que son para curarse.
If you encounter anything you can't take care of, come find me at the Academia.
Okay, you stay safe too, Sino. Let's go meet up with Alhaitham.
Venga. Hay que pedirle mucho perdón y muchas perdones y muchas cosas, ¿no? O sea, sal del dominio. Venga.
The matter's
Estaba ahí.
settled. We can return now. I actually thought it would have been settled sooner. This took much longer than I expected.
Sí, yo también.
Judging by your
Mucho más largo de lo que
faces, it seems
esperaba.
like you two still have some questions.
¿Para qué te voy a decir que no, sí? La verdad es que tengo mucha
I
curiosidad.
respect your curiosity, but I'm off the clock now, so I'm not going to field any questions.
Ah, qué útil. Buena misión.
You couldn't tell that was an excuse just now?
Ya, y tú no puedes entender que a mí me importa una mierda. Ah, que nos lo va a explicar. Pero no lo sabemos ya, no lo ha explicado ya, ¿por qué lo va a explicar de nuevo?
See ya.
No, estoy de acuerdo, si es que no sé muy bien qué hay que explicar, ya lo he explicado antes. De hecho, ha contado su plan desde el principio.
Your behavior is reminding me of some other people.
Stop changing the subject.
Venga, a ver qué se te ocurre con lo que
It's
pasa de
too much
esto.
of a hassle to explain everything from the top. You know what? Come with me.
Sí que me lo va a explicar, porque es que no quiero que me lo explique, o sea, ya lo ha explicado antes mientras se lo contaba al malo. Diciendo, I knew your plan all along. Ya nos lo ha explicado, ¿para qué no lo va a decir más? Bueno, venga, orgullo y prejuicio. Vaya. Ay, perdón, no es un bostezo, es un alarido de entusiasmo.
Is this your home?
Anda, estará su compañero de piso.
What's with you all of a sudden? Being all polite and inviting us over?
Pues sí que está, míralo.
Ah, you're back. Quick, come help me see if this painting's all straightened. Huh? Who are they?
Stop making a fuss. They're obviously guests.
You're not from the academia, are you?
No presentamos ninguna amenaza, Cabez, tranquilo. Es todo tuyo.
I'm unsure she's seen you before. You're that person from that time in that one place.
Sí, es verdad. Sí,
How
era
do you know
aquel.
me? Oh no, do people know that I live here?
What? You're embarrassed only now of all times?
Oh, you guys are roommates.
Yes.
Sí,
Yes, we are,
muy
but
cercanos.
keep that to yourselves. Please, don't tell anyone else.
No está confirmado, ¿no?
I keep
No
a
está
few
confirmado.
books on
Creo que no.
collectives and the subconscious here at home. I'll get them. You all chat in the meantime.
Hey! You're leaving just like that? What's the deal, Alhacén?
Ay, punto suspensivo. Sí, eso mismo digo. Punto suspensivo. Decimos todos puntos suspensivos.
Sorry, I know we've only just met, but I have to ask. Are you, you wouldn't happen to be actors that Alhacén hired to pretend to be his friends, would you?
No, suele hacer eso. Lo hace mucho por aquí.
Guess not. I've never seen him invite friends home before, so please excuse my surprise. You guys get it, right? You know,
A ver, ¿no
temperament
eres
and
tú
stuff.
su amigo? Su súper amigo.
But aren't you his friend?
Eso, gracias. No, no estoy de acuerdo con relatear con
Exactly. Okay, well, we used to be.
Paimon, pero está
We're
bien.
not anymore.
Cuando juegue con Lumine me voy a pensar que mi hermano ha cambiado.
Don't worry about it. My
Y que ha
name is
crecido un par de metros, ¿no? También.
I'm sorry to have met you under
Es un
these
enano en comparación.
circumstances. Anyway, please don't say anything about me living here.
You seem like you got a lot going on. So maybe Samora will make Paimon shut up.
Are you serious? How could you? Of course. You're Alhacén's friends.
Perdón.
That was a normal response. You exposed your own weakness.
Dicen que dormir aumenta el crecimiento, ¿no? Igual es al contrario.
He does.
Judging by the deafening din coming from the living room, you all must be getting along quite well.
Entertain your own friends, why don't you?
Estábamos convirtiéndose en Lumine. O sea, en Lumine. Estábamos convirtiéndonos en amigos nosotros también. En Lumine, ¿qué cojones? Se me está yendo el cerebro a tomar por culo. ¿Tú ves que a Sayo le funcione? Igual es más porque ella lo hace por interés, no por necesidad. Pero no parece que le funcione.
Paimon wants to know, how did you know about the collective consciousness's weakness?
A year ago, Siraj presented his thesis to the Grand Sage, who offhandedly asked for my opinion.
Espera, 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 espera,
I
espera,
actually
espera. Estamos
responded with
aquí.
2 lines of reasoning.
Estamos aquí para que me resuma todo con que es que le he leído la tesis, es que tenía el manual de instrucciones ya. O sea, me lo va a resumir todo con que tenía el manual, así que ya sabía todo por eso. Porque yo habrá presentado su tesis, pero su tesis no involucrará detalles súper concretos del funcionamiento del sistema, ¿no? O sí, eso es obligatorio. Es que nunca he escrito una tesis, igual soy yo el problema. Cada vez es muy baby girl. Un poco.
Was that his research was on human evolution, a subject prohibited by the academia. The second was that I thought the direction of his research was too extreme, but his approach too conservative.
Wait, that's too conservative? He built such a large lab, gathered all those people, and even tried to get rid of you!
One way to stabilize a collective consciousness is to remove the test subject's humanity altogether.
Lo que dije yo antes, bien, mis ideas se están tomando en cuenta.
Consciousness is to focus solely on the overmind and treat the other test subjects as tools.
That's way too dangerous.
Son 9 confirmados. A ver, es que no hay mucha duda, ¿no?
I'm merely stating the facts. If Siraj had done that, I would have felt his work to be just as senseless. It's impossible for any species to evolve overnight, and humans without their humanity cannot be called humans. That's why the academia prohibited research into human evolution. Most research of this kind tends to run contrary to evolution.
Huh. Paimon gets it now.
Ha! That's rich coming from you. If humans aren't humans without their humanity, then you'll probably evolve into some other species in another decade, I wager.
Oh, qué forma más agresiva de decirle que te conoce mucho, ¿no? Es muy, muy bonito eso.
Sorry for eavesdropping, but what happened to you guys? Are you in trouble?
Ay, que a veces se está preocupando por nosotros. Sí que es como... Sí que es muy baby girl, ¿no?
Are you all okay?
Tiene algo en contra de Alhacén, para ser más preciso. Nosotros solo estamos en un lugar equivocado en el momento equivocado.
So that's how things went. Such is life. If only he'd known, Alhacén could have stayed indoors today, and the whole thing could have been avoided, right? Plus, he could have helped me with the housework for once. See those books? They've been sitting there waiting for someone to sort through them for an age.
Vale, tengo la sensación de que Cabez es la novia, ¿vale? Tengo la sensación. Y que Alhacén es un poco despreocupado como pareja.
Oh, so the pot's calling the kettle black, is he? Well, having said all that.
Bueno, a ver, eso es más de... Ese es más de novio. Bueno, se van intercambiando los roles, parece. ¿Hay roles de género en parejas homosexuales? Es que no estoy seguro. Cabeza ha vuelto a enfadarse. No sé si hay roles de género en parejas homosexuales. Lo siento mucho, no tengo suficiente conocimiento sobre el tema. Eso te pasa por ser tan curiosa, Paimon.
Been told that.
Do you have any more questions?
Let Paimon think. Oh, by the way, the other researchers apologized to you. They hope that you can forgive them.
Sí, eso era una parte importante, sí.
More accurately, I don't really care about what they think of me.
Wow, no me lo esperaba.
The maestro will take this into account at their trials.
Ilias also said that he wanted to tell us the truth at Gandharvaville, but he didn't have the courage. He apologized to you too.
Sí tienen roles. Está bien.
Doesn't matter. I never considered asking him to come forward with the truth.
No sé cuál es cuál, pero está bien.
He's more courageous than the average person. There's no need to lay even more criticism on him. Criticizing the brave only shows how weak you yourself are. I'm going for dinner in 10 minutes, so I'll field one last question.
Oh, te vas a cenar con Cabez. ¿Qué es lo que realmente te interesaba, Alhacén? No sé, parar a los pies a la mente colmena.
Siraj, it didn't seem like you were interested in him or his experiment.
I had no interest in him personally, but I was curious as to why so many people were willing to form a collective consciousness with him.
Ah, por lo de la falta
I
de la
now
casa.
understand the
Bueno,
reason.
bueno. ¿Tiene algo que ver con la situación actual de la academia? A ver, sí, ya nos lo han contado en voz, en bla, 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 bla. El primer NPC con el que hemos hablado, literalmente, nos ha dicho, es que ahora sin la casa es como más complicado hacer investigaciones, no sé qué. Y ahora, pues yo qué sé, motivación y eso.
The fall of the sages and the shutdown of the Akasha terminals deeply affected the academia. The fact that Siraj's project attracted so much interest despite not being approved speaks to the lack of research projects as of late. As the acting Grand Sage, I'll have to figure something out. In addition, what happened to Ilias is worth our attention. Reporting academic fraud was the right thing to do. He didn't deserve the outcome that he had received.
Paimon understands now. Oh, you're pretty serious when it comes to work, huh?
I think minimum viable seriousness is a more apt description. I'll do my best.
Tengo la sensación de que Alhacén se va a quedar como gran sabio, no solo el intendente.
Yes. I've already submitted my resignation to the
Sí, no, me da igual. Su dimisión me importa una mierda. Se va a quedar, es que no va a haber otro.
I don't think Siraj knew about that. If he had waited just a few more days before acting, I would have already resigned. What he'd do then wouldn't have been any concern of mine. However, even without my input, his unstable model would have collapsed for some other reason, so it makes no difference.
But why do you want to resign?
A ver, es mucho trabajo, o sea, no creo que le interese mucho la cosa. Pero bueno, que igualmente, que si dimite, dimite en papel. Rollo, ya estaba haciendo el papel de gran sabio antes. Lo único es que eso hacía más trabajo de campo, que supongo que como gran sabio no suele hacerlo. O sea, como gran sabio no suele hacerlo. Pero es que al final está haciendo él todo el trabajo, ¿eh? O sea, rollo, cuando estaba el otro gran sabio, todas las investigaciones importantes las conducía a él. Todas las decisiones les pedían la opinión a él, por lo mismo por lo que habían chapado la investigación del tonto este de la mente colmena. Es que va a seguir siendo el gran sabio, rollo, va a seguir teniendo la misma importancia igualmente. No lo han puesto de intendente porque sea un Mindundi al que podrían controlar, lo han puesto de intendente porque ya era el gran sabio antes, igual que lo va a seguir siendo después.
I'm not suited to be a sage, nor do I want to be one. The official process to select the new sages is already underway, but this process is long and takes far too much time.
Pues me lo había estoy diciendo, además el proceso es largo.
For too long, the position might become permanent.
Ahí está.
Would be troublesome. This job isn't something I want to spend the rest of my life doing.
Lo vas a hacer igualmente.
It's important to keep your
Parece
priorities
que lo tienes muy
straight.
claro.
Well, it's about time. You two should grab some dinner as well.
Oh, now that you
Me está invitando a cenar.
kinda hungry. See ya! We're gonna grab some yummies.
¿Cómo que vamos a por algo de comida? ¿No nos estaba invitando a cenar? Ah, bueno.
Sí.
Vale. Hasta luego. Bueno, ok. Bueno, pues nos iremos a cenar, supongo. Vale. Bueno, ya sabemos dónde vive Alhacén, supongo. Porque esto es una zona del... Uy, espérate, que hay cosas.
He isn't someone who would leave an impression, so it's expected that you don't remember him.
I've always had a hard time appreciating the way that the academia pressures people by labeling them as geniuses. But even so, the academia can't be left to you. Or perhaps I should say that I'm delighted to see that you have a base amount of self-awareness. If the people in the academia haven't gone mad, they'd know that I'm much more suited to be a sage than you.
Pero que tú no estabas, colega, ya lo
Let
siento.
everyone know that your career as a sage will be as shaky as that painting.
Again, that's mighty rich coming from someone about to resign. In a few days, you'll be managing files again. You'll be back at rock bottom.
But my salary will likely stay the same.
Wait, what? How come?
Ah, claro, el salario no puede bajar, no tiene un convenio o alguna mierda de esa.
An architectural designer who works himself to death just to get a smile from his client.
Ah, es arquitecto el hombre este, no lo sabía. Perdón, es que se me van las cosas. Pero bueno, que sois compis de piso, ¿no compartís gastos? Es que...
I still have designs to finish.
Make sure to pay back the rent you owe me. I'm going to buy some furniture with that Mora.
What? Are you trying to annoy me to death? The decorations you buy keep getting uglier and uglier. What's the point of having a boring wood carving in your house?
Creo que me representa un poco. Pero a ver.
Fine. Go ahead and hide behind your financial success if you want. But if we forget Mora for a second, do you have anything of true value to boast about?
Te limpia la casa y aún así le cobras el alquiler. Bájale un poquillo, ¿no, colega?
Can you think of any redeeming features at all?
Artistry, for sure. You don't know the first thing about interior design. Don't go off buying random furniture unless you take me with you.
So I'll have to bring you along with drinks?
Of course.
But why would I do that?
No solo quiere que vaya con él a comprar muebles, que eso es como muy de pareja ya de hecho, ¿no? O sea, sino que además quiere que le invite a cenar después. Qué bonito. Hay mucha tensión sexual en esta conversación ahora mismo, ¿eh? O sea, pero muchísima.
Word will get out sooner or later.
Speaking of which, your friends won't say anything, right? Tell them to keep all this a secret.
There's no need to hide it so
Aún no
carefully.
terminan, no. Estamos
I think the
cerca ya,
truth's
creo.
already out. You're such a lightweight that a few drinks at the tavern had you spilling all your beans.
What? No, it can't be.
Demasiada tensión. Hay muchísima tensión. No me han dejado salir por la puerta. Espérate, ¿puedo ir a hablar con ellos? Están todavía hablando. Es que así os... Como medio salir por la puerta y se han puesto a hablar de cosas súper privadas. Me siento un poco incómodo, ¿eh? Ah, y otra vez. Espérate. Es que me vuelven a repetir la misma conversación porque he salido y vuelto a entrar. O sea, es que literal. O sea, literal, sales. O sea, sales un poquito y se ponen a hablar de cosas súper privadas. No tenéis ningún tipo de esto, ¿cómo se llama? De protección de privacidad ni nada, ¿eh? Es un poco triste, porque es que literalmente el mayor valor de esta misión está siendo fuera de la misión. O sea, la misión ha terminado, ¿eh? Me ha aparecido ya el cartelito este de misión legendaria terminada, no sé qué. Y es ahora cuando está la interactuación entre estos dos, que es como muy mona, ¿no? Es como muy mona. No sé si habéis visto Brooklyn Nine-Nine, ¿vale? Pero el colega este, el Alhacén, se parece mucho al jefe de sección de Brooklyn. ¿Puedo entrar? ¿O me va a repetir lo mismo? ¿Me va a repetir lo mismo? Vamos a dejarlo ya, ¿vale? Vamos a parar por aquí porque estoy en un bucle infinito de esta conversación. Y está muy bien, ¿vale? Está bien, está curioso, pero yo creo que ya, ¿no? O sea, yo creo que ya es suficiente. Puedo teletransportarme fuera porque ya hemos terminado, ¿no? Estos son como los créditos de la misión. Han sido 2 horas y 20, más o menos. La misión es aburrida, ¿eh? Es aburrida. Tiene, yo qué sé, guiñitos, pero es que yo no hago una misión de 2 horas para tener un par de guiños de 2 personajes. O sea, no me entendéis mal. Creo que gasto mejor mi tiempo en cualquier otra cosa. Pero bueno, está bien. Vamos a dejarlo ya por aquí. A ver si terminan de hablar y puedo salir. Gracias. Voy a intentar no volver a tocar esta puerta, que me da un pánico que lo flipas. Vamos a teletransportarnos aquí, por ejemplo. Hay que no tocar el gremio de aventureros porque me va a triggerear la misión del desierto, ¿vale? Y esa tiene más preocupación, ¿vale? Vamos a dejarlo por aquí. Espero que os haya gustado y ale. La lista de misiones no hace nada. Sí. Chao. Uy. Chao.